In the meantime, let's get to what was the most controversial storyline going into fall camp.
I get to go out with my teammates game one, and that's kind of what I worked for. Boise State football is the biggest thing in Idaho, so there's obviously responsibility, but I think the best way to put it is I got a bunch of guys around me that are going to go make plays. We've got 8 wide receivers that are ballers, 5 running backs that could play anywhere around the country right now, and our O-line is as dominant as they come. I mean, I have my own confidence internally. I know the player I am, and like I said, when there's so many guys around me, how could I not be confident?
I'm not going to lie, I kind of agree with Madsen right there. Hey, it was the most talked about storyline going into fall camp. Who would earn the right to be the starting quarterback at Boise State? Would it be the 5-star USC transfer in Malachi Nelson, or the undersized, constantly overlooked, and under-recruited Madsen? Well, the day after fall camp wrapped up, Boise State head football coach Spencer Danielson finally revealed the answer to that question. It is Madsen that earned the right, citing his knowledge of the offense, his ability to generate explosive plays, and his decision-making. Maddux was named the starting QB the day after fall camp wrapped up. This week, for the first time since Danielson revealed his decision, he, along with offensive coordinator Dirk Cutter, elaborated on why.
Right now, going into game one, Madsen has deserved the right to be our starting quarterback with how he's played, how he's led, and he earned it, and he gives us the best opportunity to win game one. He's a master of our offense. He understands how to run it. He understands how to get the ball in playmakers' hands, and he's smart with the football.
I mean, if you ever looked at how many words are in those calls, I mean, there's a lot. You got to be able to rattle that stuff off fast. You got to be able to repeat it. We're a lot of different things at the line of scrimmage based on what the defense is doing. You have to make quick decisions. You have to be able to communicate it. You have to know what everything means and then what the checks are off of that. So the verbiage is the same as they used last year. We changed some of the schemes, but we didn't change the verbiage. So, he probably knows that better than I do, that part of it.
I trust him. And I know he's going to go out there and make right decisions. He's not going to be perfect, doesn't need to be. No player on our team is going to be perfect. But he's going to stay in the fight, he's going to keep swinging, and he's going to lead our team.
Brady, as we welcome you back live to Bronco Roundup Game Day, it's so funny. I feel like a lot of the reaction to Madsen being named the starting quarterback was that Malachi had a more gifted arm. But in a weird way that, Madsen has a gifted arm too. And more than anything, it's more than just arm strength. It's the ability to operate the offense and put guys in a good position. And Brady, when it came to that, Madsen checked all the boxes.
Oh, of course. And another thing that they were looking at was his accuracy. He really did a good job taking care of the ball and was really connecting on those short routes, which is going to be extremely important. I'm not saying that you don't want to see a balanced attack, but Boise State, by all means, should be a run-to-win kind of team as we head into this season. Something I will say, some people might not have expected Madsen. Maybe some people were rooting for Malachi Nelson, an undersized quarterback, an underdog, a fighter who now has won the starting quarterback job for the 2nd consecutive year. I think that's as Boise State bleed blue collar as it gets. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's still got a bit of a chip on his shoulder, but fighting through that quarterback competition once again has done incredible things for his confidence.
I agree with you. It kind of gets back to the grassroots of what Boise State is all about, the blue roots, if you will. Jared Zabransky wasn't highly recruited. Grant Hedrick wasn't highly recruited. And, that left-handed quarterback that won 50-3 here wasn't highly recruited. I'm not saying that that's the standard for Madsen, that he has to go 50-3, but I agree with you in the fact that he seems to embrace that blue-collar mentality, gets every ounce of talent out of his God-given ability, right? So excited to see what Maddox can do today here in a hot and humid Georgia.